What's up, guys? So today, for special guests, we have my friend Miss Ashanti Reese.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
So what we're doing, the truck went by. We both. So we're doing story time today. So Ashanti,
Yes.
go on.
Oh.
And put all the candy down.
No, I pushed it over there. I was gonna do that.
Okay.
But hey guys, she just wanted me to, do a story time for her YouTube video. And I didn't really know what to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about like my journey in being delivered by God. I'm 23 years old. I went to Overton High School with her. We did piano class together. So I would say when I was a young girl, I was very confused about my sexuality. And so I just started to let my flesh get the best of me by just doing what I wanted to do, living life, not really considering God's thoughts of what he wanted for my life and my purpose. And so when I started getting older, I didn't really have no guidance and, anybody telling me right from wrong, really. Like, of course, my mom loved me and she told me right from wrong when it came to, like, what to do and all of these things. And the best advice that she could give me is just follow my heart. But in the Bible, it does tell us that our heart is deceitful. So we should always, lean towards God and his understanding for us. And like I said, I was a baby. I grew up in church. And of course, my family told me about God. But my relationship didn't start until I got like 2021. I was going through a lot of depression at the time with my sexuality because I used to always get videos of you're gonna go to hell if you're gay and all of these things, and nobody really told me in love that I was gonna go to hell or I should change my ways if I really loved God. You know what I'm saying? Nobody didn't tell me that with love. It was always hatred when it came to you going to hell if you continue to be gay. And so as I go down the line, I had a girlfriend at the time, and everything seemed to be going great and beautiful, but that's how the devil gets you, because he doesn't give you anything that you don't want. He's going to give you something that you do want.
That's true.
And so with the girl, she was beautiful, she was nice, she was loving, she cared, she was a family-oriented person. All my family loved her. It was just peaches and cream. So I had blinders on my eyes. I couldn't really see what God wanted me to see because I was so deep in that love, you know what I'm saying, for her. And so as time goes by, I started to get really depressed because my life isn't going the way that it's going or how I wanted it to go. I did Kappa drama and I do music as well. And none of those things were being produced out of my life. I've worked all of high school to make those things happen. And for me to just end up at FedEx, it was like, what am I going to do with my life? So I started going to school. I did Southwest. My mom told me, hey, you did your 1 year hiatus from after high school. You need to try to find something to do. You need to at least go to college, even if it's just taking your academics until you find extracurricular, or not extracurricular, but that major that you want to go in. So I did that. I was glad that I passed. I felt accomplished, but then everything just started pumbling down because nothing was still going as I planned. So as time progressed, I decided to go ahead. I was like, okay, if I can't do music and acting right now, what is the next best thing that I can do? And I love helping people. I love loving on people. I love, nurturing them back to health. Being that emotional support that they need while trying to get better or in their circumstances, and also spreading God's word in the midst of it. So I decided to go into nursing. But I didn't like being in the hospital. I was like, I can't be in a box. I need to be outside. I need to move around. So the next thing I could think of, EMT, but it was firefighter at first. And I was like, I don't think I want to die for nobody. I was like, I don't know if that's the next best thing for me to do. So I was like, you know what, EMT, it's like a mix of firefighter and also being in the hospital, but it's on a little ambulance. I get to go here, go there. I'm not tied down. I don't got nobody in my ear 24/7. The calls aren't that graphic unless it's like a certain unit that you're riding with. So I was like, okay, then I'll do that. I go to school. the first year, everything was going okay. I did fast track, so it was like only like 6 months worth of, learning EMT and then getting that certification and things of that such. So I do that. I didn't pass the first time. I missed by, I'll say 14 points. I missed by 14 on my first try.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was almost there, but I wasn't close enough. But that was because I was distracted. I was in lust. I was in sin, and my mind wasn't fully there to focus on what I needed to focus on. Plus, I was at FedEx, and I've been there for almost a year. So I was just like, man, me trying to go to work from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and then getting off and then having to study and do schoolwork. And the work was hard because it was fast track. Everything was happening in a day, and we had to have it done by the next day. And then we learned a new subject, and we have to get that done the next day. And then we learn a new subject. You see what I'm saying? Slow track is more so, it takes a week to learn that one thing, and then we take a test, and then we go to the next step the whole week. No, I was doing fast track because why? I didn't have no patience. And that's what God wants us to have.
Right.
As a virtue is patience and
just love.
In love. And so my heart wasn't fully there to be able to do what God wanted me to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to do everything fast and get it done and be the provider and the protector that my girlfriend at the time needed. And so I just wanted to feel accomplished, so I was trying to get it done quick. So I didn't pass. So I go back to FedEx. I'm working. I'm still sad. I'm not depressed yet, but I'm sad. And I'm just like, oh, at least I have my girlfriend. I'm happy about that. I'm not too depressed. So I decide, my family tell me, hey, you should try it again. I go back. This time, I'm getting more depressed. I'm getting way more depressed because I'm just like, man, what if I fail? All these other people are better than me. I have people from the last class that I started getting cool with, and they are gone on and got into their certification and things of that such. And I'm just here still working at FedEx. Little old me, Ashanti's not going to do nothing with her life. That's
negativity right there.
Exactly. I was just speaking negativity over myself. And then on top of that, I was hearing on these YouTube, social media, Instagram, TikTok, everything that you could think of. Everybody was just like, oh, you're going to hell if you're gay. You need to be delivered. You need to go to God. You need to accept the fact that you're going to go to hell if you continue to go down this path. And I was just like, dang. So now you telling me I have to tell my loving, sweet, beautiful girlfriend that we can't be together. And then I'm just like, how do I keep the friendship if we even do that? Like, so I didn't tell her for 3 months. And then I'm also battling going to school, trying to get this done. I'll never forget October 31st, Halloween day, was the day that we were supposed to take our final exam. I go up in there and they tell me, hey, you did not pass again. This is my second year. I'm just like, bro, so you telling me I did not pass? Yeah, I missed it by 4 points. 4 points. It's starting to get dark over here.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark. Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. You want to swap on? We gonna alternate.
Okay, we're going to alternate. Okay,
Uh-huh.
we just do it standing up. Okay.
Yep. We're gonna turn this way. Let's see if it changes the camera view.
Sorry, guys. So, okay. Put the little sand on there. Okay.
Does that look better?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, then. Perfect.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we can sit down now.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I just wanted us to get on the other side so we could be able to see a little better.
Okay.
Let's move it back. There we go.
Okay, we're back.
So yeah, like I was saying, got done with school, missed it by 4 points. That's when I started going into deep depression, because then I'm in my head the whole time, like, I'm not good enough, I'm not gonna be able to do this, I'm not gonna be successful. And my biggest thing of fear was failure. I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want to be a failure. Like, I see all these people that's on the side of the street that, I don't know how they got there or anything like that, but it's probably because they didn't have,
the
Lord on their side to be able to help them, or whoever knows. But I didn't want to be that person to be on the side of the street begging, not being able to provide.
Judge people behind closed doors. We don't know.
Exactly. I didn't want to be that person that was a failure, that I looked at everybody else's life and they had it all, and I'm just like still struggling, still going through, still didn't know where my purpose in life, what God wanted me to do. So
Nobody's perfect now.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. So that's why I think I put so much pressure on myself, because I was trying to be perfect, and I was trying to get everything done quick and not, enjoy life, enjoy the journey, do what God wanted me to do. So not only did I not pass, but I would say like a month before I took the big test, so this had to be in November, I quit my job. I was like,
The
because
FedEx one.
yeah, because FedEx, they were not trying to work with my schedule. It was, I had classes on Wednesdays,
Shaking my head.
and I think it was Monday and Wednesdays. Monday I had that day off anyway, because FedEx, we have Mondays off. But Wednesdays they were just like, no, you cannot. I'm sorry. Like, I was like, even if I come in after, after my classes, because my
They were
classes
like,
are
no.
like, they were like, no. So I was just like, bro, so what am I gonna do? I decided to quit my job. So when I quit my job, I literally had no income coming in. Mind you, I just bought a 2021 Toyota Corolla for 20 some $1,000. So I was gonna be in debt indefinitely. Like, it was gonna be crazy. So I was in debt. I quit my job, focusing on school, didn't pass. So now I'm in this place like, oh, and then I also had the thought, I'm finna break up with my girlfriend. How do I go about this? What do I do? Is this actually God telling me to do this? Like, how do I go about this? So all of this stuff going on in my head, I'm going through depression. It's getting bad. Like, everything I see, just sad, depression. I wasn't to the point that I
A little
wanted
bit
to.
of anxiety, a little
Oh,
bit of anxiety.
definitely a lot of anxiety. And guys, I would say this: don't try anything, any substance that you don't need to try. Okay. So me at the time with my girlfriend, my ex, she wanted to try an edible, because we were goody two shoes. We never really tried those things. We never dabbled in it. So we was just like, okay, well, we'll try it. I go and get some, and we try it. I'm in my depression and sad, of course, so I decided to eat almost the whole tray. So I'm sitting there, everything's going okay. I start laughing, I'm crying. The emotions that you go through when you're, high. Y'all, I got towards the middle part of that high, and I'm in hell. I'm like, whoa, where the heck am I? I'm sitting in the bed, and she's like, my girlfriend at the time, my ex, she starts walking towards me. She's trying to calm me down. I'm like, no, I'm in hell. Please, God, deliver me. I don't want to be in here. Please, deliver me. I don't want to be here. And she's coming toward me. She's like, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. But my mind, because at the time I was also starting to feel the spirit of God trying to talk to me. That's why when you're not obedient, you will know that you're not being obedient, because God was telling me, hey, you need to break up with her. You're gonna go down a bad path if you continue to go through this. And I was not trying to listen to him. So he had, how they say, God's right hand is going to be on you, and it's going to make you feel that conviction. I was feeling so much conviction. I felt paranoid. I felt like the demons were watching me. Everybody was out to get me and all of that stuff. So what started to happen was, while I was in hell, my girlfriend started to look like a demon, and she was coming towards me. I kicked her on accident. It was bad, y'all. Like, yeah, I kicked her.
Oh my god.
I think, I don't remember for sure, but I think her lip was hurting. I don't think it was bleeding, but it was hurting. And I was like, never again would I get high, because I never want to put my hands on somebody that I love. Like, it's never that deep. So, but she grabbed me, and we got down on the ground, and she was like, yeah, it was crazy, y'all. I was like, I'm panicking. I'm like, y'all, I'm in hell. Please, God, deliver me. Please, please, please. And then I had LED lights in my room, so the red lights weren't making it no better. Okay, the red lights were not making anything no better. So she grabs me and she pulls me to the ground. And then next thing she knows, she said, we're going to pray. We start praying. Next thing I know, I calmed down. I'm back. I'm back in my room. Like, I was in my room the whole time, but it felt like hell. I don't know why. It was just the presence of that place that put fear instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just felt really, really bad. And then her face started to look like a demon in a cloak and all that stuff. I was like, Lord. I was like, Lord, heck no, I'm in hell. What the heck? Get me up out of here. So next thing I come back, I'm just like, God started to take my high down a little bit, so I went to sleep and everything like that. But after that, I was paranoid. I started seeing things around me. I started feeling things. I couldn't sleep for a few months, like at least 6 months. I was just paranoid. So I was like, the only way that I can literally overcome this is if I be obedient. God will literally hold you in a place until you be obedient with him. He's not gonna let you go if you're not gonna do what he tells you to
That's
do.
right.
And so it's just like Jonah in the whale. Like literally, he got in the belly of the whale because of his disobedience. God told him to go one way, he decided to go this way. So that's basically my story. And so while that's going on, where was I? I started being really depressed. And I think a month and a half later after that, I was just like, me and my girlfriend at the time, we were in the bed and she was holding me because I was so depressed. I was like, God, please, like I can't go through this. Like the darkness scares me, people scare me, places that I go scare me. I feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like people are out to get me. I just feel no happiness. I feel alone. I feel ashamed. Like, God, what is going on? I'm sitting in bed with her and she's holding me. And I'm just like, you can't help me. She was like, what can I do to help you? How can I help you not be depressed? Like, what's going on? You're not telling me anything for real. Like, what's... I'm just like, you can't help me. And at that moment, I realized that we all have a spot in our soul that can never be fulfilled. Only by Jesus Christ can fill that space, that void, that loneliness, that sadness, that joy that we're looking for. We can only get him in our life to make those things possible. And so when I sat there and I was telling her this, she was just like, I'm so sorry that I can't help you. I was like, it's not you. You're doing your part. You're helping me. You're comforting me. You're being this good girlfriend that you're supposed to be. It's just the fact that you're not Jesus. Something is in my life that is missing, and that's because I've been turning here and there, trying to get the good grades, trying to get the car payments, trying to make sure the house is good, making sure that my family is happy, making sure that this is done. And not once did I consider God help me. So one night I cried out to God and I was like, God, whatever you need done for my life, please heal me, deliver me from whatever is tormenting me, oh God, and give me the strength to do your will. 2 months later, I called my girl at the time and then I'm like, hey, can we talk? So we go to her house, we watch a movie. You know, when you're nervous, you start to prolong the conversation. So we get to the house. Well, at first she came to my house, so we sitting there, we just talking in the car. I'm like, I can't do this in the car. Let's go somewhere else. So she's like, okay, you want some food? I'm like, yeah, let's get some food. We're gonna get some McDonald's. I'm feeling like a big back at the time, so I got me a big sandwich, a big fry, a big milkshake, and a Sprite. And so we're sitting in the car still trying to eat, and I couldn't even touch my food, y'all. I was so sick that I could not. It was like God was not gonna shake me loose until I did his obedience. So literally, I'm like, man. She was like, you're not even touching your food. You okay? I'm just like, I just feel heavy right now. I need some happiness in my life right now. So like, okay, then let's go to her house, and then we were gonna watch a movie. We get to the house, we watching the movie. God let the whole movie go through. Still didn't say not a word. We finally at the end of the movie, she's like, okay, so what did you want to talk to me about? Like we didn't watch the movie, we done did this. I sit there and I'm crying. I'm like, we have to break up. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we have to break up. God says it's a sin for us to be together. And she was like, what is it me? Like what are you talking about? We've been together for about 2.5 years. What do you mean like it's a sin? Like we were like, she was, and I was just like, God, I can't explain it. And that's the crazy and the best thing I think about God is that everybody won't be able to understand how we feel or what we're trying to explain or go through because, or what we're trying to say, because it was only meant for me and God to know exactly what he wants us to know. Yes, only he knows.
And he works in mysterious
and only
ways.
He can communicate with me on my level. Some people aren't on your level. Some people can't understand what you and God got going on because that's what for you and God to have going on. So after that, we break up, but we're still good friends because it wasn't her, it wasn't me, it wasn't anything that we done, it wasn't no bad blood. So I'm just like, God, I pray that I can still keep our friendship, because she's really the only friend that I have, that I talk to every single day, that knows all of my deepest, darkest secrets, that gets me, that understands me, that loves me for who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so few weeks and months go by, we're still talking here and there, we're being each other's best friends and stuff like that. And of course we have slipped up a few times in the past, but you know, a few months go by, so God finally gets us in a place where we are good friends now, and we are truly delivered from what we were going through, and we completely lean on God. And we still have our moments where it's like, God, what do you want for me in my life? What is my purpose? What do you want me to do to better myself? And every single day, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, a lot of people say, so since you were delivered from God, does that mean that you're completely just not gay? Because that's how the LGBTQ community thinks. It was more so it was more so, we're born like this, so how can we just not be who God made us to be? We were born into sin. Everybody has a lust, a desire, a sin that we deal with, and we die to every single day. Like Jesus' disciples. Jesus didn't just pick perfect people. He picked people that were in sin. You see what I'm saying? So with them being in sin, it was like they had to die to their flesh every single day. You think that Peter wanted to continue to be this man that always was ready to be in battle and things of that such? No, he had to die to that. He had to learn how to have kindness. He had to learn how to show love. He had to learn how to, be respectful. And it wasn't easy, because he had to be like Matthew. He was a tax collector. Peter and Matthew didn't really get along. If y'all been watching The Chosen, you can tell that their relationship towards each other wasn't the best. But he had to learn how to die to his flesh in order to really follow Christ. And so just because God delivered me from homosexuality doesn't mean that temptations doesn't come. There's times that I see beautiful women and I'm just like, but then I'll be like, no, because this is what God called me to do. This is what God told me to do. This is what God ordained for me to do. This is the life that he has laid out for me. I can't go back. I won't go back. So it's like every single day I'm dying to that flesh. I'm carrying my cross in that way. And there's more ways that I can carry my cross that I will eventually get to. But I just wanted to share my story on how God delivered me and how it's not easy, even in the midst of my deliverance still, because I'm still, struggling. I'm still going through. I'm still figuring out things. But I just thank God because I'm delivered from that, because like people have said, he left the 99 for one. And I'm just so thankful and grateful to God and blessed to God that he left so many just for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I pray that they find their way as well. Exactly. But to know that there are so many LGBTQ community people out there that might not ever go to God, and they might continue to live.
Share their story.
Or not even just that, but it's like, think about it though.
All those judged,
yeah, all those people that are still living in sin, still loving the same sex, still loving who they choose to love instead of what God tells them to do, they're going to, go down the wrong path. And that they might not ever be called, like, how they say, what is it? It's the saying of few are called, many are called, but few are chosen.
I think this was called.
Yeah. Many are called, but few are chosen, because some people are okay, or more than okay, with being obedient to God, and some people just have to live their life the way that they want to live it. And I just thank God that I was a chosen person. Like, I might not see it right now happening or I might not see,
it's not going to happen overnight.
Exactly. I might not see it,
right now,
being pushed out right now, but I most definitely know that I am chosen for something greater than what I'm doing right now at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna take time, and you develop and grow as you get older.
Exactly. So I'm just thankful that God chose me out of the LGBTQ community to come out, because I could have been still like them, living that lifestyle, living in sin, not knowing of God and his glory for real. I could have been lost, but Jesus found me, literally, and he met me where I was. And the crazy part is how he met me is I told my ex, I was like, hey, we should stop having sex. We should, wait till marriage. And then after we did that, I was like, we should start reading the Bible more. We should, go to church together. We should start. And once he met me where I was, because he knew, oh, I'm not finna just automatically just drop the love of my life. I'm finna and just start going to church and start loving God. He knew that wasn't going to happen. He knew that he was going to have to meet me where I was. And where I was lost and in love and confused. And so what he did was he started placing in my heart little pieces of, maybe I should stop doing this sinful thing. Maybe I should stop doing this sinful thing. And when all those blinders started to be removed from my eyes and I started to see what God wanted me to see, that's when he was able to fully step in and be like, hey, choose me or I'm going to leave. And I just thank God that he never left me nor forsake me, and that he just continues to deliver me and heal me and bless me. And I'm still going through a lot of trials and tribulations that's not with that subject. But I just thank God that he is always on my mind. He's always on my heart. And that I continue to just give God all the glory and all the honor. So that's my story time of who I am today. So
yeah, that was a lot. That was real deep.
It was very deep. I love telling that story because there's a lot of people out there that is lost and don't know what to do and don't know who to call on. But I tell you right now, Jesus is gonna meet you where you are, and he's gonna love you for who you are. And this is another saying that a lot of old people say. Jesus he doesn't hate the sinner. He hates the sin. So that means just because you're gay, just because you're a cheater, just because you're an adulterer, or you a thief, or you murdered somebody in your past, just because you did those things doesn't mean God hates you. He just hates the sin. And so that's why he has to, don't wait until you stop doing those things and then you go to church. No. Come to him as you are. When Jesus met his disciples, he didn't tell them, follow me, stop what you're doing and follow him. He just said, follow me. And so that right there just signifies the fact that Peter came to him as a gambler. Matthew came to him as a tax collector. Yes, man, I got the keys. Sorry, guys. All these people came to him as they were. And when Jesus left and went back to heaven and his spirit is with us, the disciples went to other people as Jesus created them to be. So that's my story right here, guys.
Yeah, and
I hope
guys,
y'all enjoy.
thank you. So if you guys want her to come back for another video or something, and I will add her socials in the link below video. So send me your socials, so if they want to follow, ask you or ask questions or anything. So it was a pretty day to do a YouTube video.
Yay!
So thank you guys. You want to say anything to the audience?
I think I said it all, but guys, I'm very grateful for Utah bringing me on her channel, just allowing me to tell my story and being able to, tell you guys that God still loves you and you still have so much opportunity. Time is running out, but you still have so much opportunity because Jesus, we don't know the time or hour or day or night. So you still have time, even in this very moment and second, you can give your life to God and you can follow him how he tells you to. So I thank God for you, Todd, bringing me on here. And I just pray that I do get another chance to come back, because I did enjoy myself. Okay. And she brought me a little goodie bag, y'all. So I'm finna go over here and stack on my little candy. Early Halloween. So I'm just, very thankful. Y'all have a blessed day. Love y'all.
Bye.